What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Gran Scheme. This is Gran here with some Alliance War gameplay. This is the very first time we are running Alliance War 2.0, and we are matched up against Defenders Anonymous. They are a 12.5 million alliance, almost 12.5, with a 2700 war rating, and we are a 13.2, almost 13.3 million alliance with also a 2700 war rating. I'm in Battle Group 2, already selected my champions and brought them in, so we're just going to continue here. I brought a little bit of a different team this time for a few reasons. Number one is we now are able to see the star and classification of our opponents. I'm running lane 1 here, so I've got a mutant there, another mutant there, science champion, a mystic, another science, and a mutant. I anticipate on this path it's going to be Dormammu, probably Spider-Man, and then Nightcrawler perhaps, or Iceman. Anyway, so I don't really need my Daredevil, although I think he probably would do okay against the Spider-Man. He got benched. Another reason I didn't bring in Hawkeye, for example, someone I usually bring in, is because I'm running Suicides this week with the Archangel Arena going on, and need to be running those constantly because I got to grab him twice, and don't really feel like spending the units to constantly be taking them off and then putting them back on. And so running Suicides, Ronan, and Hulk are going to help me out there. Don't have any double immunes available since they are elsewhere, but in Alliance quest and then stuck in another quest. But anyway, I think this is a good team. We've got the critical damage, I think it is, between Hulk and Ronan, or critical rate rather. That should be helpful as well. And then also facing only one Mystic, and so I get to bring a Cosmic Champion in and see how Ronan does. Anyway, let's get started here with Path 1. I'm sure we go to the left, but just to make sure, we're going to activate our portals. Don't want to take a wrong path right off the bat here in Alliance War. And so we're there. Going to view, I think it's probably A. It's not listed there. Should say A or B on the portal, but anyway, number A, or letter A rather, going over to lane 1. That was a very fast port. And then off to node 1. Let's get started. Now the buffs on this aren't too much. Enhanced Fury and 150% attack and 100% health, so nothing major there. So I think on this one I'm going to save Ronan because he's got a larger health pool and attack, 18,000 and 2,100. I'm going to go in with Hulk here and see how we do. I had anticipated this being Nightcrawler, and it does in fact turn out to be him. Now look at the damage that I'm taking from Double Edge here, 74 per tick, but I'm gaining back 68 per tick because of the Willpower, Suture, and Coagulate I've gotten maxed here. Of course he's poison immune, so after that damage is done, he's just gaining the 3 back from recovery. And whatever that other one is, it gives you 1 or 2 points per. Anyway, Nightcrawler, not a problem. Got him to switch modes, and now just pushing him to his special attack, baiting out the special, countering, intercepting when he doesn't have that special ready, and the L2, smack for the KO against Nightcrawler. Now the next thing I want to point out here is the ridiculous amount of energy it takes to get between fights. It's going to take 1 energy to get to the portal, it's going to take 1 energy to port through the portal, and it's going to take 1 energy to get to the next fight. So 3 energies for my path between fights. So there's no way I could do more than 2 fights at a time if I was boosted up. That boost would wear off before we got to the 3rd fight, which would take another hour. Anyway, I had to wait for energy here, so gonna port over and knock out this next mutant opponent. And again, I think this is gonna be Nightcrawler. I was planning on it here. The buffs on this particular node: enhanced crits and enhanced critical buffs. So the buffs are stronger and the crits are stronger. And it is Nightcrawler again. This one is not quite so cooperative as the last one. He evades out of that block stance a few times, but I do get him to switch modes eventually. I think it's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, and he's in swashbuckling, and then it's just back to the standard. Bait out that first special and counter all day long. Ronan probably would have done fairly well on this fight as well, since Nightcrawler has those extra buffs up, and so he's got 4 active right there, as you can see. But Hulk is doing just fine here. Gotta get up to his 3rd special, throw that, and that's the end of Nightcrawler. Say good night, Nightcrawler. 36 hits for Hulk. Now here, once again, I'm out of energy, but you notice right up there in the top right of the screen there's a Science Champion. So once I do get some energy, I'm going to port over here. Quick Shot has cleared the Science, and that's the node we're sitting on there. That was a Enhanced Poison node. And then I'm going to move right here to this Mystic Champion. It's Enhanced Bleed and Enhanced Critical Buff. So I'm anticipating a Mordo here, since you're not going to put a bleeder, Mystic Bleeder on this node, and it is in fact Mordo. Now this Mordo, he cooperates quite well at the beginning of the fight here. He throws his heavy attack there, he throws his special attacks, get a heavy off with a stun there, but he's really not posing any problem for me. But there's a few opportunities that I'm going to miss here. Right about now, I could have used the 2nd special there and probably finished him off, or very close to finish him off. Could have used it again there, and I didn't. So I'm just trying to bait out this 2nd special so I don't end up taking a 3rd special. But at the end of the day, that dexterity and Mystic Dispersion interaction gets the best of me, and he does get to his 3rd special. Luckily, Mordo's 3rd special is not anything magnificent. It's pretty weak. It only took about 20% of my health, maybe. I should have used another 2nd special here before his regen ticked all the way back up there, but I didn't. And still not using a 3rd special there, but was able to get him down with a combo there, no problem. So we're still in good shape. That's 3 fights for Hulk, and very little damage taken, considering he has taken a 3rd special there from Mordo. Once again, had to wait on energy, so now we're going to move to the portal and through the portal. That is not going to cost me energy, since my alliance mates have already been through there. And then I'm going to use these 2 energy to go around to the left side. Going to go up to that Mystic node. Now, this one here has a extended duration for debuffs that debilitate there, and 50% power gain. I'm fully anticipating that this is going to be a Dormammu, making the degen last longer, 100% longer. Thought about taking magic into power lock. Decided just to go ahead and do the damage with Hulk, and it turns out to be magic. I'm not really sure why magic would be on this node, other than just the 50% power gain. But even so, doesn't make her that much more of a challenge, and the only debuff she places is her L2 power lock, which really should never happen if you're fighting against her. I get lucky with Limbo a few times that it doesn't proc. I am taking advantage of my Pacify, stunning her before I push her over her special, her power bars, but like right there, she was not stunned and didn't proc Limbo. There she goes past 2 bars and didn't proc Limbo. I decided just to go ahead and push her through, push her to that 3rd special, use my L2, and take her down. So, took some Limbo damage there, but still doing well with Hulk. He's just getting stronger as the health goes down, and he's still in good shape. Anyway, we move on to the next node, which is Science. This is an unblockable 1st special node, and so I am anticipating that this is going to be Spider-Man. Since I was wrong on the last one, I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe it could be Yellow Jacket. I might be surprised here, but most likely Spider-Man. Decide to go with Ronan here because of the larger health pool. Is going to give me a little bit more room if I mess up. It does in fact turn out to be Spider-Man, and the Spider-Man has max Limber, which is a pain. I can only get 1 hit off before the parry wears off, and sometimes I get a 2nd hit in there, but the parry's already gone by the time that second hit lands. So I just parry him right up into that power bar, and then heavy attack to create some distance, and then try to bait out and evade that first special. I do get hit by the second blast of the web, but nothing major there. And then back to parry, 2-hit, parry, 2-hit, parry, and heavy attack to create the distance. Evade again. Get hit with the second blast there, but the debuff is actually helping me heal up 73 per tick. One more time here. Going to try to parry him. This one doesn't quite take the first few times I try it, but do eventually get him parried. And heavy attack and third special. That way I can get him to his L2 with the 100% chance to stun here and not have to worry about evading that L1 again. But look how quickly that stun is gone. 2 hits in and it's gone. Anyway, he uses L2, get a parry in, 2 hits, and Spider-Man is down. Our next fight is another mutant. Had to wait a little bit for energy there, but this mutant champion, this is the third time I'm going to face Nightcrawler. Martial Mastery and Stupefy, so this could get messy if he gets hits in and I get stunned. It could be the end of me pretty quickly. And this one does go a little more rough than the previous 2 Nightcrawler fights. He will not cooperate. He starts the timer there, and I dash in to start hitting his block, and he intercepts me. He evades out of the block several times. I get caught right there, and then right here again in just a second, he's going to hit me with the last half of a heavy attack. I tried to evade and ended up blocking there for some reason, and he's just got me pinned up against the wall here for a few seconds. And so at this point, my health is getting low, and I'm starting to panic just a little bit, but I get lucky because right there he backs off and blocks, and I get his mode switched. And once that happens, it's pretty much fight over for Nightcrawler because he becomes very easy. Get an intercept, going to bait out the first special, come back in with a combo, L3, and once again, good night, Nightcrawler. After this fight, we're going to have to wait on energy again. So you can see that the theme of this war, it's you move a node or two and then you wait on energy. Unless you're going to wait for 5 hours or 4 hours to get energy, it's one node at a time, and it gets frustrating. I had to wait overnight to get to this magic, and this is this enhanced Special 2 and Special 2 bias with some power gain. Not really sure about magic on a Special 2 bias. I guess again it's the power gain idea that you want to get her to limbo as much as possible, perhaps. But probably not a choice I would have made as far as her placement as a mini-boss. I would have chosen one of the others. I'm going to throw one of these advanced power boosts on, and that's going to let me start at 1 bar of power. So even with her power gain, I'm going to be hitting 2 bars of power at about the same time that she would. And so I'm going to take some limbo damage here, but it's not a problem. I'm going to go ahead and let it hit me, and gonna get her power locked and then go to work. The recoil from magic, from my magic, is reversing, I should say the limbo from my magic is reversing the limbo damage. And so that helps me quite a bit, but there are several times where my limbo doesn't proc, and I was getting a little frustrated. So that L1 didn't proc, which is not uncommon, but usually the L2 does, but it doesn't proc there. It procced because I used a special, and then it procced because that power steal put her at 1 bar. Now I'm going to do that again. No limbo there on the special 2. It procs with the special, and then it procs when it hits the 1 bar of power. So taking more damage there than I wanted to, but finally that final L2 takes her down, and I'm still in very good shape to hit this final boss, magic boss here. I have full intention of taking this boss down. She's not going to stand, but it doesn't end up happening, unfortunately. Let me show you one last thing here. That Power Start 1 boost that I used still has 45 seconds, so you could use that on 2 fights. Here we are at the end of the war. I did not get to fight the boss. We got held up at one spot down here at the bleed node and didn't have a bleed immune champion, so that was unfortunate. We didn't get this middle mini boss down, but we didn't need to. We cleared two other bosses, which I'll show you here in about 15 seconds. But our exploration, you can see there, 98% to 91%, so good exploration on both sides. I did not use any items in this war. I probably should have shown that. No items used at all. And I ran path 1, which is the far left-hand side. But we did get the victory here. 2 battle group clears, 98.7% exploration. Defender rating, 953. Just barely squeaked by him on that one. Defender diversity. Let's see, 67 unique defenders placed. 8,375 points. So that actually, 2,000 points is actually a pretty good spread there between our score for defender diversity and theirs at 6,125. So that's not bad at all. Attacker kills, that's naturally higher for us than for them because our exploration was higher. So we covered more nodes, killed more. We can still see the defender kills. It was pretty even. 89 for us, 86 for them, even though they don't have any points there. And then there's the MVPs there. I actually managed to squeak in there this time, which surprises me. I've never seen that before on the old pass that I ran. Yeah, there you go. Very close on a lot of these. 1 and 2 are 4.0%. Doob and I at 3.9%. A couple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 3.8%. So it looks like it's quite a bit more even. 11.7, 12.2. I'm not sure how that works. Let's see. Okay, so I got a higher percentage for my battle group, but since we didn't get 100%, that 12.2 is a percentage of our 98% or whatever it was for our battle group, 96% rather. And so that brings me down on the total. But anyway, very good, very close war there. A lot of fun. As far as I'm going to pull this up here. I think I can claim these. I'm going to go ahead and claim them, because these are not new. This one, however, look at that. That is 2,147,483,647 gold. And apparently if you claim this, then you get locked out of arena, because the game does not register gold that high, and it thinks you have insufficient funds to start an arena match. So I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to leave that right there, because I do not want to get locked out of arena at this point. Need to get the Archangel grind on. So, no! Oh, I am so toast. I don't know what I just did there. I know exactly what I just did there, but I thought it was... I clicked on that go to stash just to clear the notification that usually hovers over the war. And I hit claim because I was thinking it was like a solo event milestone. Oh my goodness. Is this going to screw my Archangel? Let's check it out. I'm already late. I only had like 2.5 to 3 million more to go. I can't even read that on the screen. Yeah, insufficient funds. Oh, they better fix this really quick. Let me try to blow this up and I'll show you how much I have here. Alright, so this is 9 quadrillion, 7 trillion, 185 billion, 254 million, 740,800 or 991. 9 quadrillion in gold. I am the richest man in COC, and probably the dumbest, because I cannot believe I hit that button. There you have it, guys. Our first Alliance War 2.0 is a victory, and I had a lot of fun with it. It seemed to me very easy, quite a bit easier. I didn't use any potions or units at all to get through my path, and ran a pretty long path solo, and so a lot less challenging for me, at least. I think up the middle was a little bit more difficult from what I've seen and the feedback I've heard, but overall an easier Alliance War than AW 1.0. Anyway, I look forward to bringing more videos like this to you in the future, hopefully without the goof up there with relationship to the gold. Thanks, guys, for watching. I hope that my pain gives you a little bit of pleasure here, a little bit of entertainment. If it does so, then it'll be worth it. Hopefully, Kabam will get the bug fixed soon, and I'll be able to get back into the arena this afternoon. Otherwise, I will just be grinding for Archangel next time. Alright, guys, well, that's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching. Have a great afternoon. If you're available tonight for the live stream, 11 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'd love to see you there. The B Manny is going to be joining me. Until then, this is Gran Smoking it down. We'll catch you later.